Easter is upon us. And in all cultures, we have celebrations and rituals that all of us take part in. And there's a reason why they have survived for so long. And in all cultures, it seems to be a part of life. We need these collective events, these collective focal points and rituals. Often when we are into spiritual work and growth work, we can feel that we grow out of them because they don't mean the same to us anymore. We don't take part in the belief systems. So how can we utilize rituals? How can they act as reminders and activators in our own lives? It's important to understand that our mind, our brains, are basically ritualistic. Everything you do is about achieving something else. Now, remember that your brain has an addiction to your own brain chemicals. When you do something you like, the reason you like it, it's because when you do that thing, you allow yourself to release certain combinations of chemicals that makes you feel a certain way. And what we learn in life is that we collect the activities, the actions, the habits that release the kind of hormones and combinations that we enjoy, and we leave behind the ones where we don't get access to those chemicals. The thing is, we are in control. Whatever kinds of chemicals you want, you can actually learn to release them yourself. But it's so much easier when we tell ourselves the story that when I do this, then I feel like that. And so we do. We get addicted to certain actions, and we call them habits and things we like. Spiritual rituals have the same purpose. And it's basically about having and sharing the same collective experiences and going into the same state of consciousness by using the very mechanisms that are part of our biology. So when a ritual serves a certain purpose, we all tell ourselves the story that when we do this, then we enter this level of consciousness and we release these kind of chemicals so that we share this experience with this energy. It serves the purpose of creating togetherness, but it also serves the purpose of learning how to modulate your own mind and to willingly go into spaces that are more expanded and may have a more spiritual focus. So, how can we then use collective rituals like Easter? Traditionally, Easter has been, about both spring, celebrating spring, but also cleanse. So it's like out with the old, in with the new. And that's the type of purpose and focus we can all have in our lives. And we all need rituals because we all have habits. And I think it's smart also to use these collective events and rituals to have a look at our own habits, our own addictions, and try to see, okay, what type of habits do I want to keep? What habits are beneficial for the states of consciousness I want to be in, how I want to feel, and what type of habits are holding me back? What habits have I grown out of? And use it as a space to play around with how you modulate your own level of consciousness so that you have an active and playful relationship to these collective rituals. There is nothing wrong with taking part in the rituals of different religions. They just represent, a different modulation, a different version and combination of chemicals based on the belief systems. And we can have fun with it. We can go into different spaces in ourselves. And often, when you take part in rituals through indigenous people, going to different countries and cultures, you're also able to tune yourself in a different way and move into energies that you're not normally able to access in yourself. It's all about exploration. It's all about fun. And one of the things I appreciate so much about the time we live in on this planet is that everything is available to us. We're not limited to taking part in one culture. We're taking part in the global culture where all of these wonderful things that we've learned throughout history are now available to all of us. And we can mix and match, copy and paste and experiment with practices that belong to our own culture, but also practices that belong to other cultures, and just see what works for us. What kind of ideas do we get? How can we open ourselves up for perspectives that are not part of our own culture, but may be valuable in our own life still when we enter that perspective from that culture? So have an open mind and have fun. And use all these spaces to explore cultures, explore yourself, and learn how to access your own mind, your own brain, and to tune yourself also chemically into the physical state of consciousness that you find most beneficial for you. Happy Easter.